Okay, it should be recording now. Perfect. Okay, thank you everybody for being on time. I want to get started. It's getting recorded for those who are just showing up anyways. So what we're going to do today is I wrote up a little blog. Let me zoom in for you. So I wrote up a little blog. It's going to take you through everything. I want to explain this blog as we go through it, and then I'm actually going to visually show you a tutorial for the different examples that we did. So our key takeaways from today is to easily decide on the goal of your Facebook ad and pick the right type of ad to run. You're going to discover boosting a post is the easiest way to be seen and engaged with. It's perfect for content. However, Facebook ads gives you more options specific to helping you generate leads. So on today's session, if I scroll down a little bit, you're going to see I'm going to go over examples of ads that you can run on Facebook. Then I'm going to actually run a couple ads. This is one of those like bragging ads when a person gets an award or something like that. So I'm going to show you how we would do that type of advertising. I'm going to do an example of an open house. So this is a photo of an open house. And then we wrote up a description of that open house. So I'm going to show you how to post that on your business page and then how to boost the post. And then I'm going to address if it'll generate you leads or not. We even created this cheat sheet, so let me zoom out a little bit. So this cheat sheet is going to show you boosted ad posts on the left under the red column, and then Facebook ads on the right. So you're going to see, and I want to explain the differences between the two and why you might choose one over the other. So you're going to get that today. And then I'm going to also break down the different type of advertising you can do. There's Facebook messages, there's lead generation, there's video views, traffic, and I'm going to describe all of that. Then I want to go through examples of ads that you can actually run on the Facebook ad platform to generate leads. And then we're going to end off by doing a Facebook ad for seller leads. So I'm going to put this ad together and we're going to do a Facebook ad targeting sellers in your area. So there was a question before I get moving forward. You can't hear me, but the others can. So if other people can hear me, let me know. There's a chat feature to let me know if you can hear me or not. Okay. So let me just say I'm recording it. Okay, I'm recording it if you can't get it working, okay? Cool. Okay, so starting off from the top, let me take you through this now. So that was a synopsis of what we're going to cover today, and I'm going to actually go into Facebook and post the ads and run them. So there's a big debate. It's like, what's the difference and how can you save money? This is going to be a Facebook advertising smackdown with one of the biggest debates on the ad platform. So we're going to take a look under the hood. Let's start off from the top. What is a boosted page post? So it's basically a stripped down version of the ad manager. You can still run ads, but your options are extremely limited. Years ago, it was simple. You would post something on the business page, and everyone who likes your page would see it. However, now when you do that, hardly anybody will actually see the post unless you boost it. So that's the catch there. Boosting posts are great for visibility on your content. Just make sure to pick ones that have good return on your investment. You don't want to go boosting every post because you'll go broke. So how do you know if you should be boosting a post? Boosting is usually best for branding plays with no call to actions. So examples of a branding play with no real call to action would be like open houses. I guess you could say that advertising the date and time is a call to action for people to show up. Or new listings, you're going to post a new listing. There's no real call to action. You're just advertising the property, the photos, the price, the description, and then the people who are obviously interested, they'll reach out to you, but there's not really a call to action on that one. If a new team member joins your team or if you join a team, that is a perfect example of something that you could post on your business page and then boost it. Say you have a new office opening or you personally have some new branding that's happening, you get some new signs and some new cards, you could post those photos on your business page and then boost the post. There's no real call to action. You're just trying to build a mind share of who you are and what you do. If you did monthly market statistics like a video or an infograph, that'd be a perfect thing that you could boost as well. Maybe there's some local news that are impacting the local real estate market, like there's a new highway coming through or transit, something to do with the taxes in the city, mortgage changes, tax changes, that sort of thing. So you could do like an update on things that are happening locally. Bragging. So a lot of real estate agents, I mean, you have to remind people of who you are and what you do, and you get these awards, which is awesome. So it's kind of like a humble bragging. Anyways, those are perfect for boosting. So say you got awards, or maybe you sold over asking price or something like that. It's no real call to action, you're just bragging. So that's good for boosting. If you have an exclusive listing and it's not yet on the MLS, you're not driving people to a specific landing page or the MLS, doing that is perfect as well. Let me just mute whoever is unmuted. Perfect. Okay, cool. And then just sold. That's perfect as well. So how do you do it? Well, there's two main options for how you boost a post. The first one is to target the people who like your page. The second option is to target the people based on the demographics. So I'm going to do a live example of both of them for you, okay? So let's do this one, for example. So I'm going to target people who like my business page, and I'm going to do an ad talking about we sold 168 homes last year, and this is the message that I wrote up. I actually wrote it in a Word document because I like using these icons or emojis in my text. It is proven to actually work good with Facebook advertising. So I wrote this up. It says, big milestone, and there's the clapping, and super proud of our team. We sold 168 homes last year, making us the #1 team in the area based on sold stats below. Thank you all to our friends and family who kept trusting us with the referrals of friends and family. Because of you, 80% of our clients came from referrals and repeat business. Thank you for putting us on the map. Do you know anyone we can help this year? Maybe it's you. PM me, and I'll share my home buyer plan and or home seller plan. Then I post out my contact information. It says call or text with my cell phone number. And then I have a couple links to our website. So I would have thinking of buying, and then it would be your website to your buyer page. Thinking of selling, your website to your seller page. And then underneath that, I put all the legal stuff. In different areas of the country, you have to have certain legal things written in your advertising, like not intended to solicit buyers or sellers under contract. Some of the people in the States have to have their real estate license number. So there's all different things that you have to have. So I put that at the bottom. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to post this on my business page to show you an example of that. So let me just copy this text since we're here. And then I'm going to head on over to my business page. Now, your business page, how do you find your business page? The easiest way is just to log into Facebook and search the name of it and then click on it. So here I am, I did that. Now, you might have, see how I have a dark banner up at the top? That's because I'm in a business manager. You might be on the public side of it, and you just have to hit edit page. And the easiest way to tell if you're on the right thing is because when I scroll down to any of my past posts, it allows me to boost the post. If you see a button that says boost unavailable, or you don't have the button at all, it means that you're not logged in as the admin. So up at the top, when you're up at the very top, there'll be a banner up here that says edit or manage your business page. So you want to click on that so that you see this view. Now, I want to post that content. So I'm going to upload the photo. And it is under my desktop. And it's this one. And then I'm going to paste the text that we typed out. And then I just have to do a little bit of the formatting. I'll be quick. Perfect. Okay, cool. Now, before you post something, you want to check out this little button down here. It says add a messenger button. on your posts, when you're posting something on Facebook, that allows people when they're viewing your content to engage with you and to ask questions privately without them giving you their name, phone number, and email. And I know that's what you want, is their name, phone number, and email, but it's just one extra door that is open to them for that conversation flow. So I'd gladly take somebody who asks me a question and I can respond and engage in a conversation and then get their information later than not getting a conversation at all. So you want to make sure to check off this little button, and then you can hit publish, which is what most of you do. So I want to hit publish. And then I want to scroll down once it loads. I have to scroll down to the post that I just posted, and there's a couple best practices that I like to do. So I'm going to scroll down. Here's the post on my business page. See how there's a little drop-down arrow in the bottom right, and it says liking, commenting as Dan Wood Coaching. What I suggest you do is you click on that, and then you can actually change it to being you as a person. So I'm going to change it to being me as a person. Now when I hit the share button, that will share this post on my personal profile. And that's just like free. I might as well do that. So I would hit the share button, and then I could hit share ... and it will pull up this posting that I just did, and I could write something. I could be like, this is amazing, ... Thank you so much. And then when I hit the post button, that is going to go onto my personal profile, which is what I want. It's free advertising, so I might as well do it. Now, once I have done that, then you want to hit this little boost post button. Now you're going to see the options are very limited. Your ad may not be approved. I just have to comply. Get rid of that. Perfect. Okay, so now here's the post right here on the right, and our targeting options, which are very limited, on the left. When you do a boost post, you don't have nearly as many options, but like I say, right now we're just going to be targeting the people who like our business page anyways. So I'm going to check off people who like your page and their friends. I want to check that one off. And it's targeting everybody who's in the province that I'm in, so you just want to make sure that's accurate for you. So I would leave that as Ontario. They give you an option now where you actually can run this on Instagram, so you can choose to check that on or off if you wish. And then you'll set a budget. So I'd be like, yeah, I'll throw 20 bucks to boost this post, or maybe I want to do 40 bucks. There's no right or wrong number. It totally depends on how many people like your page and how many impressions it's going to get. So, I mean, for a simple boosting where there's no real call to action, I'm just trying to build mind share of who I am and what I do, 40 bucks is a fair price. I would pay that. So over the course of the next 3 days, I'm going to be averaging $13.33, which is fine with me. And then you would hit the boost post button. So I'm not actually going to boost that post because I don't want to run this ad. I'm just showing you an example of how to hit the boost post button. Let me scroll back up here. So let me go through some of these options. I'm targeting all the people who like my page and their friends, and the reason for that is because if you just target people who like your page, most of you don't have a lot of people that like your page. Like you got a couple hundred people, you got 1,000 people, whatever the number is. So I'd rather target the people who like my page plus all of their friends. So that's the option that I like to choose. You can also target people based on your own targeting. And so based on this, I can say who are all the people. Let me hit the edit button. So I can target people based on age, where they, the location of where they are, and some of the demographics of what the people are into. So I don't really do a lot of boosted posts targeting demographics. I'll show you one example that I do. But normally if you're doing a boosted post, the rule of thumb is that it's a branding play and you're reminding your sphere of influence of who you are and what you do. So most of the time when I do a boosted post, it's going to be this option here, one of these two, people who like my page If I don't have a lot of people liking it, then I'll do people who like my page and their friends. Okay, I'm going to cancel that promotion because I don't want to actually run it. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to show you an example targeting a lot of you, when you post something on your business page, it's like open house or just listed. So that's what I want to do right now. I'm going to do an open house ad, and then I am going to target people based on the demographics because not all of my friends and family want to move to this house, so I'm going to target a broader area of people who are in that city or around that listing. So let's go ahead and grab the text for this posting. Here it is here. So my posting at the top, it says open house alert this Saturday from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock located at 653 Idlewood in Oshawa. And then I have a really cool call to action that we include. It says can't make the open house, request a private showing or virtual tour online, message us today. It's a legal duplex, and then so here is where I would put the description of the property. You can see I only have one sentence, whereas you might use the whole paragraph of your description. Like when you load it to the MLS, you have a description. A lot of people will just copy and paste that. And then I made this template that I'm going to give you guys, and it has a picture of a bed, picture of a tub, a plate, car, whatever. So I'm going to say 5 bedrooms, 2 washrooms, 2 kitchens, 4-car parking, 1-car garage attached, and it's listed at $699. Have questions? Want more information? Contact us below or send us a private message. And then I have all my real estate information, so it makes it easy for them to contact me. And then I have a couple links, thinking of buying, thinking of selling, and then our legal stuff. So you can use that formula, obviously edit it to be your own, and I'm going to give this to you so that you can have it, copy and paste. Now let me go to Facebook. Scroll up to the top, and I'm going to now do another posting. So this time I'm going to do a post targeting that open house. Here's a picture of the inside. And then I'm going to post the text, clean up the formatting. Got it. Cool. You want to make sure that that button is turned on where it says add messenger button. You definitely want to add that. And to keep it simple, I'm just going to hit publish and scroll down to that posting. While that page is loaded, there's a question. I can do an open house post on a personal Facebook page if I don't have a business page. You can. So there's a question that says, can I do an open house post on my personal page if I don't have a business page? You can, absolutely. If you plan on spending any money in advertising it, you have to do it on your business page. Somebody also commented, Dan, would testimonials also be good for this as a Facebook boost? 100%. So that's another, it's not bragging, but it kind of is. If somebody sent me a testimonial, I would have a picture of myself with their testimonial, and then I would do the boosted post. And then somebody says, I've done this before, but selected different zip codes and cities to advertise, and it was rejected. I heard that Facebook requires you to answer questions or watch a video or something of this nature. Nope. You should be able to just follow this tutorial that I'm doing. I'm doing it, so you shouldn't have any problems either. If you do, I don't know what's going on. Okay. I'm going to scroll down to that posting we just did. All right. Here it is here. So here's the posting. Now, rule of thumb, I want to change it to being me. And I want to select me. And then I want to hit the share button. And this will put it on my personal profile. So I'm going to do the share ... Can bring me a coffee this Saturday. Kind of making a joke, having fun with it. So can someone bring me a coffee this Saturday ... leading people onto the post. And I would post that, and that would go onto my personal profile. Then I want to, now that I'm done that, I want to hit the Boost Post button. Okay, now the last ad we did, we targeted people who liked our business page. This time around, because this is an open house ad, I'm actually going to target people in and around that listing. So I'm going to choose this option that says people you choose through targeting, and I'm going to click the edit button. There's a couple ways of doing it. Right now it's defaulting to the province that I'm in, so it will be either your province or your state. Sometimes it's the entire country, which is totally wrong. For this example, I'm actually going to type in the address, 653 Idlewood Court, Oshawa, and I want to hit search. So it dropped a pin, and I can tell that that pin is on the correct location. However, that's too big of a radius. So I'm going to bring that down, and I'm going to drop it down to like maybe 2 miles. Because I have a limited budget, I'm actually going to do it as 1 mile. I want to change the age from people that are 30 and above, and I realize people are buying when they're 25, but anyways, I'm going to do 30 and above, and I'm also going to target people who are below 65, and it's not because I don't want to work with people that are 65, it's because it says 65 plus, which means it could be people that are 70, 80, 90, and I don't think people that are 90 are necessarily buying homes. So because I can't distinguish, I want to say 64 and under, between 30 and 64. And so it's my potential reach is 13,000 people, which is a fair enough number. That's fine with me. However, if you wanted to, you can add other demographics. So I created a cheat sheet that I'm going to give you guys. Let me show you this cheat sheet. So this is a Word document. And so demographics that I like to use is people that are newly engaged because they're probably buying a home, newlyweds, they're also probably buying a home. You can target the friends of people who just recently moved. So when their friend moved, now they kind of want to move as well, so we can target them. People who are engaged, divorced, separated, and widowed. Those ones are, I target those people when I'm doing house value ads. You can also target based on interests. So if they like real estate as a general interest, but when I do that, I want to make sure to exclude real estate agents, and you can exclude people as well. So in this example, I'm actually going to exclude real estate agents. And then if you're in the US watching this, you can actually target people who are likely to move, who are homeowners, first-time buyers, based on their net worth. You can target people based on the length of their residence. And you can also target people based on their income, new mortgage borrower, that sort of thing. So the US has a lot more openings than we do here in Canada, but if you do live in the US or work and play, that's your list there. And I typed out all of the exclusions. So if a person is interested in the Mike Ferry organization, Brian Matheny, Tom Ferry, Inman News, I'm not offended or against any of these people. I love them all. The reason why I want to exclude them is because anybody who is interested in those topics are probably a real estate agent. So I don't need them or want them seeing my advertising. It's just a waste of my advertising dollars. I can also exclude people based on the school that they go to. So in my area, it's called the REIA, Real Estate College. So you would want to change that to whatever your local school is. You can also target people based on their employer. A lot of people will say they work at some of these companies, then you can exclude them. And the main ones that I use is job title. Anybody who says that they're a real estate agent, a broker owner, a sales representative, I'll exclude those people from seeing our ads as well. So there was a question, a couple questions. Let me go to that. It says, can you show us how to advertise on a personal Facebook page? You can't actually advertise on your personal profile. And what I'm showing you right now is how you advertise from a Facebook page. So I'm currently answering that question. Right now, the example that we're doing is the boosted post version of it. And I'm explaining how we could target people based on the area. Now I want to include people. So I'm actually in this example, I don't want to include people because my number is pretty low. It's 13,000 people. But say it was like 200,000 or a much larger number, then I could say, okay, just the people interested in real estate. And I would do real estate as an interest. You can see over here it says interest. So there's a million ways to skin a cat, which I would never skin a cat. But anyways, there's a million ways of targeting people based on their interests. You have to pick and choose the right one for you. In this example, I'm not going to choose anybody. However, I am going to exclude the real estate agent. So I'm going to type in real estate agent. And I don't want employer. I'm looking for job type over on the right. There it is here, job title. So anybody who says that they're a real estate agent or a broker. And then I could, if I wanted to, I'm not going to because you guys are on this call with me, but I could go through and type out each one of these as a negative value. And then I could also type out each one of these as a negative value as well. So do the ones that make sense for you. I'm just going to leave it as 1 for now to keep it simple. And then hit save. So right now, this ad is targeting all the people that are around that listing within a 1-mile radius who are between 30 and 64 and have are not real estate agents. When I hit, let me scroll down, choose the budget. So for this one, if it was an open house, I'd probably want it running until the open house is on Saturday. So I will run it till Friday. And I want to change that budget. I'd probably put like 60 bucks at it. A rule of thumb is $5 to $10 a day is kind of like what you want to be at. So right now I'm at $7.50. So that's right in the middle. Okay, cool. So then I would hit the boost post button. Now, Facebook is going to review this ad, and the ad will start running probably within 20 minutes, and it will automatically turn off when the date and time has passed or I spent all the money. So I would hit boost post if I were you, but I'm not going to because I don't want to actually run this ad. Cancel promotion. Cool. Okay, so that's 2 examples of boosting a post. One is a branding play when you're just reminding your sphere of influence of like the testimonials that you got, the bragging awards, your marketing, whatever. The other example is you targeting people based in and around your current listings, and you could advertise your open houses, your listings, your coming soon ads, that sort of thing. Okay. So scrolling down past that one, the main question of doing a boosted post is, will it generate leads? Probably not. It's probably not. They're not intended to be a lead generator. But over time, it's a branding play, and it's the cheapest way to remind your sphere of influence, aka your database, who you are and what you do. A simple rule is 1 to 2 posts, boosted posts per month, running for 2 weeks at a time, and your average budget should be $5 to $10 a day. That is hands down the cheapest way. I mean, you guys are sending out postcards. No offense to postcards. I do it as well. Direct mail is awesome. But there's other things that you can do to supplement it, and boosted Facebook ads is perfect for that. Now, okay, so what's the difference with a Facebook ad versus a boosted post? What we just did was a boosted post, but there's actually an option called Facebook ads. So take a look at this little cheat sheet that we created for you. It shows you the differences. So if you post something on your business page and then boost it, it will appear on your business page. However, if you run a Facebook ad, that post will not be on your business page. And there's benefits to that. When we do our seller ads targeting people based on recent sales, there's a lot of sales that are happening. Our business page would be just full of seller ads, and it would look annoying and spammy. So we don't want those to be on our business page. Marketing, you can choose a marketing objective style. That actually should be an X, I just realized, because on Facebook ads, you can choose your objective style. With boosted posts, it's like no, one or nothing. It's all in or nothing. But with Facebook ads, I'll show you, we can target people and we can do video views. We could do Facebook leads. We could do Facebook messages. We can do engagement. There's a lot of different styles of ads that we can do on the Facebook ad platform. Location targeting is more advanced on the ad platform. You can target people based on their age and gender. However, on a Facebook post, you can't target based on language. So in multicultural cities, I would rather target people who speak English, only because if I get a lead, I can't speak any other language, so I wouldn't be able to convert them. You can target people based on their behavior targeting with a Facebook ad. You can actually have a schedule where your ads run during certain days. So for me, I would run a schedule Monday to Friday from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock because that's when I'm in the office. And I don't want my ads running at other times because I don't want to be, I shouldn't say I don't want to be, but if I could choose, I would have all of my leads generated during business hours because then I can call them back right away, put it that way. You can't add a call to action button when you do a boosted post. However, when you run a Facebook ad, you can actually have a call to action button that drives people to your landing page or sends them to your Facebook Messenger. There's optimized bidding that you're missing out on. Facebook ads allow you to do multiple images, whereas a Facebook post, you can put multiple images in the post, but it looks really crappy. With Facebook ads, you can actually lay it out properly. They changed it recently after we made this slide, so you actually can run your ads on Instagram. So you can do that on both, which is awesome. And on a Facebook ad network, you can have your ads in more locations. So when you do a boosted post, it's just in a person's news feed. However, when you do a Facebook ad, it's in the news feed, it's on Instagram, it's on the right-hand column. It's in multiple locations. So you have a greater visibility when you do it through Facebook ads. And it doesn't cost you anymore. It actually costs you probably less because you can be more tailored with your marketing. So I really like doing all my ads with this column, with the Facebook ads option, and not doing the boosted post. However, the two examples that I just showed you were great examples that you could do over and over and over, and it's perfect for doing that. So when you do a Facebook ad, these are the options that you get in the ad manager. I wrote out a description of what it is on the right. So on the left it says traffic. So you can do a traffic ad. When a person clicks on that ad, it will send more people to the destination on or off Facebook, such as your website, your app, or a messenger conversation. Engagement is when you want to get more post engagements like likes, registrations, claims, that sort of thing. So there's that. Not many of you will use the app install, but some of you, your franchise or your office provides you with a personalized app, and you might want to get people downloading that app. So you could do that option. Video views, hands down, is the cheapest marketing that you can do in today's world. It's less than a penny per view, which is incredible. The downside to doing video views is that as soon as the video is done, it auto-plays the next video. So people really don't leave and fill in your forms. You don't get a lot of leads from video views. So it's totally an ego play or a branding play, if you want to put it that way. But that's really cheap marketing. You can also do lead generation and messages. And in today's example, I'm going to do a messages option for you. So we're going to do a Facebook ad, and we're going to do the messages option. And I'm going to do that next. So how do you find the Facebook ad manager? Where is it? Well, you can click this link, or you could just go up to Facebook and type in facebook.com/ads and hit enter. When you do that, you'll see an option somewhere on the top right, and it will say create an ad. So this is where you go to create your Facebook ads. There's different ways of getting to it. This is the cleanest way I want to tell most of you to get there now is just go to facebook.com/ads/business and click on create ad. Now, what type of ads do we run when we do our Facebook marketing? Well, Facebook marketing is more of like a call to action. So not a branding play. It's more of like I'm targeting the general public and I'm trying to get their name, their phone number, and their email. So what are the ways that we do that? One way is we don't advertise our specific listing for the open house. We'll actually advertise, the call to action is to get an updated list of all the open houses in your area. And we'll run that ad from a Monday to a Friday, capturing all the leads that week of all the people who are thinking of hopping in a car this weekend. So if a person fills in and registers on our landing page, what we're going to get them is we're going to pull off a list of all the open houses and we're going to send it to them. But at the same time, we're going to follow up with them and we're going to get them set up on homes that match their criteria. We're going to have a conversation with them. It's awesome. You can also do video views, which I just explained 30 seconds ago. Featured listing types. So you can advertise that one particular listing, or you could advertise that type of listing. So get a list of bungalows for sale, get a list of townhomes for sale, get a list of condos for sale, get a list of investment properties for sale, get a free list of fix and flip properties and bank foreclosures. So you can create these different lists and break it down by property type, and you can target people like that. Buyer seminars and seller seminars are perfect. We used to hold a monthly seminar and we would drive traffic to those. House values, most of you want to get seller leads, and it's pretty played out now. A lot of agents are doing this, but house value reports is still a very logical way of doing it. You run an ad that says, thinking of selling, find out what your home is worth today, and you drive them to your seller page. Just sold is a little more advanced. I don't want to say advanced. I'm going to show you an example of a just sold ad that we do, and the reason why we like that is because every week we have a fresh topic, because every week there's new solds that happen, and we'll target those neighborhoods on Facebook with the ad that I'm about to show you. Buyer email alerts, so have a landing page that talks about getting homes that match their criteria. Ebooks and giveaways. I used to have a couple. There's a book by David Bach called what the heck is it called? Oh man, I gotta Google this. I forget what it's called. Let me just Google this. Millionaire Homeowner, that's what it's called. Okay, so David Bach has this book called The Automatic Millionaire Homeowner Edition. There's a Canadian version, and then the regular version works in the US. So there's a Canadian version and a US version. I used to buy these books in bulk, and then I would have people come to my office and pick them up. And it was totally a free giveaway. It was just a free book. The books cost me $17 for the physical copy, or whatever the price was. And the rule was that they had to actually come to my office to meet me to get a copy of the book. And I mean, so there was the cost in the advertising plus the cost in the book. And we got a ton of business from it. So it greatly paid for it. And we didn't have to give the book away if they didn't meet me in person. I wasn't mailing it to them. They had to actually come to my office and have a consultation with me. So there was that option. And the other one is out-of-area listings, like a bait and switch, but in a good way. So when I first got into real estate, before I got my license, I worked on a team, and I was doing their marketing. And they leveraged newspaper ads. And in our local newspaper, they would have a picture of a house that looked amazing, and they would put the price, and the price of the house would be extremely low. And the reason for that is because our average list price at that time was $350,000. However, in the newspaper, they were marketing an out-of-town listing that was like an hour and a half away, and because the homes that are an hour and a half away are a lot cheaper, the price was obviously a lot lower. So they would run that ad in the newspaper, and they constantly were getting phone calls from people saying, hey, notice your ad in the newspaper, where's it located? And then they would be like, oh yeah, it's an hour and a half east, it's listed at X number of dollars, are you interested? And then the person obviously is like, oh no, I'm looking in Oshawa, or I'm looking in Pickering, or I'm looking wherever. And then they would have a conversation, be like, okay, whereabouts are you looking? What price range? And they had a real conversation. So You could do the same thing with Facebook where you do out-of-area listings. I wouldn't be as exaggerated as like 2 hours away, but maybe if you pick a 45-minute radius, the homes are probably cheaper the further out you go from where you are. And you could run ads targeting, if your average price point is, let's just say $500,000, if you can find listings that are $350,000, $400,000, if you just constantly advertise those, you will have a steady flow of inquiries and conversations. Okay, so I am going to do a Facebook ad showing you how we target sellers. So kind of like when a home sells, you would do direct mail in that area. You would call the area. You would door knock the area. We're going to do that right now, only I'm going to do a digital version of it. So in our local board, you have to have permission to advertise the sale of a home. So if I was to use the photo of the property, I would have to have the buyer's permission, the seller's permission, the agent's permission. I would have to have all its permission. So I'm not actually going to market that particular address and show the property. I'm just going to have a generic photo that has a bunch of for sale signs with the word sold, and it says another home sold in your area. Therefore, I don't have to ask for permission. My text is, let me go to the Word document. Okay, so the text, and I'll zoom in so you can see it. Another home sold in the L1G area. So in Canada, this is the postal code. In the States, I would type the zip code of the area that you're targeting. I'm not putting the address. I'm just saying in the area. So another home sold in the L1G area, Oshawa, Ontario. And I wrote up this little story. It says, when one home sells, it creates a chain reaction in the area. We are specifically looking to match up future home sellers with current home buyers in the L1G area. Recent sales impact your home's value, and because of the sale, you now have a lower supply of listings in the area, and this is a good thing for you. Whoops. Curious if selling is your next option? Ask us for our home seller report. It's a free information package that covers how much your home is worth, shows you homes you would be competing with, and a copy of our home seller plan. We'll also match you up with homes that fit your criteria if you're thinking of buying in the area. It's like a passive way to do your information gathering. It's worth a talk. Our consultation is free, and you only pay if your home sells. We have no upfront costs and can go over everything in person, over Skype, or simply by phone. Call or text me at my number, email, and I actually put my email in the ad. And you can also private message us today. We'll follow up. So I don't know if you digested all the information that I just said, but this ad works really well because we're removing a lot of the objections. We're making it easy for people to communicate with us. And also when it says you can leave us a private message today, that I'm embedding that I want them to do it now, but I'm also saying we'll follow up, meaning they're not going to get an instant response. And I'm saying that because 90% of the real estate agents, you guys don't respond right away. So I'm adding that in my ad. It says we'll follow up. So I'm already setting the stage that we're going to follow up, but it may not be right away. Then I have all my real estate information. I have links to our buyer page, links to our seller page, and then I have whatever information you need by law. So for us, we would have to have not intended to solicit buyers or sellers under contract. Maybe you need to have more or less information. That's up to you. Okay. So let me, first of all, pause whoever that is. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, and now I'm going to do a Facebook ad targeting home sellers. So I'm going to copy this text. I'm going to head on over to Facebook. So how do you do a Facebook ad? Remember, I told you you have to go to facebook.com/ads. Facebook.com/ads. And then you're going to click Create Ad. Now, in order for this to work, you have to have a business page. So if you don't have a business page, you're going to have to go make one before you do this step. Make sure you have a business page. Somebody asked the question, will I get a copy of these examples? You're going to get my whole Word document that has the images, the text, and everything, so you can copy and paste. These are going to be yours to have. Yep. Okay, so when you get to facebook.com/ads and you create an ad, you're going to have to choose, do you want to send people to a landing page? That could be a consideration for you. I'm actually going to choose messages. Oh, hold on, I got to mute. If people unmute themselves, you don't have to. I want to leave everybody muted. So if there's anybody... All right, perfect. Okay, so there's a couple different options for you. I like this message option right here. The reason for that is because if you do traffic or if you do traffic to a landing page, it creates an extra hurdle. A person has to see your ad, read your content, then they have to go out of their way to click on it. Once they do that, they land on a landing page, which is going to ask them for all their information, which is more information that they have to digest. Let's just pretend humans have the same attention span as a goldfish, which is like 7 seconds. That's a lot of steps and a lot of hurdles for people. So you can do traffic. I would suggest either these two options. Lead generation will actually get their name, phone number, and email. It's like a forced registration. However, there's a drawback to this, and that when you get these leads, Facebook doesn't notify you of them. So unless you set up a third-party tool, which is adding another piece of complexity for you. So for the simplicity of today's video, I'm going to do messages, because what happens is people will click on it and they just start engaging with us and having a real conversation. And then I can convert them once the conversation starts. So I want to do messages. Okay, when you do that, you have to name it. So I would name it sold ads L1G. Oops. Sold ads L1G. And this is for my eyes only. And say you do, over time, you do 10 different ads. You want to name them properly so that you know, oh yeah, this was the L1G one. This was north, south, east, west. You can have it labeled. Oh, before I do that, I have to pick my right account. It's a little more challenging for me because I have an agency account. For you, you won't have to do what I just did. Okay, so I'm going to do messages, and then I'm going to name it. Sold ads L1G. Continue. Okay, now we are going to see we have a lot more options. Instead of boosting the post, we can do things like targeting people based on their email address. So if I wanted to, I could target people based on their custom audience. So I could target people based on their email address. I showed you how to do this in a past example. I'm not going to do it now, but you can. So there's advanced options. So there's that's an advanced option. This one, I want to target that postal code. So L1G comes up. So I'm only targeting people in the L1G area, and I want to remove what they had defaulted, which is the US. So there's 38,000 people in this postal code. I don't want to target everybody, so I'm going to target the people who are 30 to 64. If I was in a multicultural area and I unfortunately only spoke one language, I would then type in English or whatever language you speak. You can target multiple languages if you want to target them. I want to leave it open. Here we can do the targeting. So just like before, I could target people who are interested in real estate. In the US, let me go back to that Word document. So in the US, you can type in things like likely to move, which is awesome, or homeowner. So you could target people who are homeowners. So those are really good options for you. If you wanted to target a seller ad, I would use likely to move or home seller. If you're in Canada, you could do things like engaged. People who are engaged are probably moving. Newlyweds, newly engaged, friends have recently moved. All those are good categories. For me, I'm going to leave it as being open. However, I do want to exclude the real estate agents from seeing it, so I'm going to hit exclude. Real estate. Oh, wait, real estate agent. As a job title. Okay, hold on 1 second. There's a question. I'm just going to read it. And Susan, while I'm reading this, can you mute yourself? You unmuted yourself, and it's not letting me mute you for some reason. Okay, a couple questions. If you have a reasonably priced listing compared with Toronto in Durham, would you target Toronto audience and not do the 1 mile radius? Yeah, you could. So say you live in a suburb and you want to target a more expensive area to get the commuters. You could, but I think, I don't know, that's very shotgun marketing. You could try that. I think you might be better just targeting Durham region, to be honest. Another question, does Facebook notify you when you have a private message? Yeah, it does. It will notify you when you have a private message. If you want the notification to come to you on your phone, you have to download the Facebook Business app. And it has a picture of a flag, like an orange flag. Download that app and then turn on notifications, and then you'll get notified when people engage with your business. Cool. Okay. So if I wanted to, I would exclude a whole bunch of the real estate people based on that Word document that I'm going to give you. For simplicity, I'm only going to do the one, but if I was actually doing this for myself, I would do it for all the real estate agent, real estate sales representative, real estate broker. Like I would type all of that out. Anybody who likes Buffini, Tom Ferry, Mike Ferry, Richard Robbins, any of the coaches, then obviously they're a real estate agent. I want to exclude people who are real estate agents from seeing that ad. Scrolling down, if this is an audience that you're going to use over and over and over again, you could actually save that, which is cool. That will prevent you from having to retype out all of those demographics. Now, you can actually, because we're doing a Facebook ad, unlike boosting a post, we can actually edit the placements. So we can run the ads on Facebook, we can run the ads on Instagram, and you can run the ads on the Messenger network. Now I'm actually going to leave all of these checked on because we're doing a Facebook Messenger ad, so I want them turned on. Maybe some of you would be like, oh, I want to save some money and I'm not very strong with Instagram. You don't even have an account or whatever. You can just deselect it. I want to leave it checked on though. Actually, no, I want to turn it off. Okay, so I turn it off there. Scrolling down is where I can do my budget. So there's more advanced features. I could say I have a lifetime budget, and for this I'm going to spend, say, $80. And I want to run that ad. So we're on the 19th. I want to run that ad for a week, starting today. Perfect. So I'm probably going to spend about $80. Scrolling down, I want to run the ads on a schedule. And I want them happening from Monday from 9. So when I click and hold the mouse and drag, you can see how it adds. So I'm going to do Monday to Friday, just like that. So now my ads won't be running in the gray times. They'll only be running in the blue times. And that's perfect for me because if I only have $60, I might as well focus it during my hours of operation when I can actually call and engage and respond to people at a quicker time frame. Okay, so then you would hit continue. While that loads, there's a question. When should you use a Facebook boosted post? You should use a Facebook boosted post whenever it's a simple branding play and you're just trying to remind people of who you are and what you do. If you're trying to generate leads, then do the Facebook ad. That's kind of like the rule of thumb. There's no real hard answer, right or wrong answer, but that's my kind of opinion on it, is branding, boosted post, everything else, Facebook ads. Because you can do everything through the ad manager that we're doing right now. You can do everything the Facebook boosted post can do, only more. The reason why they created the boosted post option is just to make it easier for people to spend money, which also makes sense. Okay, so like I say, we're creating an ad from scratch right now, but you can also use an existing post. So you can do Facebook advertising and use an existing post. So I'm not going to do it, but I just want to show you. I want to click on use existing post. I want to choose my business page. I'm just waiting for it to load. What's going to load here is it's going to load my past posts, and then it's going to let me choose which one I want to select. If it takes more than 5 more seconds, I'm not going to do it though. Okay, so anyways, if this thing actually loaded, there would be a drop down and it would show you all of your business page posts, and you can actually choose your business page post and you can run an ad with it doing all these things. Like if you want your ads to run only during a specific time, this is how you would do it. We're actually going to, oh, there we go. So I hit select post, and now you can see these are the 2 posts that we did today. So I could be like, oh, I'm going to do the open house one. And then it pulls together and it creates the ad for me. Now, I'm not going to do an existing post. I'm going to do the seller lead post, and because we're targeting this one postal code or zip code, depending where you are, next week you might be targeting another postal code or another zip code, so you don't want your page flooded with like what looks like spam, because it's basically going to be the same message over and over. So I'm going to do a create ad, and this creates what's called like a ghost post, where a person will see it in their news feed and they'll see it on Facebook, but nobody will see it on your actual business page. So I'm going to create an ad. You have to select your proper business page. If you have an Instagram account, you can sign in and connect the two. I'm going to leave it open. I'm going to do a single image ad. Scrolling down, let's upload that image. Okay, which one are we doing? Oh yeah, the sold. And I want to see what it looks like on a desktop, just because it's bigger. And I'm going to paste the text, clean up the formatting. There we go. Okay, so this is what's called a long post. And you would think, because I basically called humans a goldfish earlier, that they don't have a long attention span. The people that actually read this, it's intriguing, and they actually, it brings people of a higher quality to actually engage with you with real interest and not filling in Mickey Mouse information. Let me answer these 2 questions that we got first. Okay, is it better to post direct to each, Instagram and Facebook, or does that not matter? Well, you definitely want to post directly to Instagram, because any advertising that you do will only be present on Instagram during the time frame that you're running the ad. So as soon as you're not paying money, your post is no longer there. So you should definitely post organic information that stays forever. Yeah. Would it be beneficial to create an ad for a generic just listed property in the same way that you talked about doing just sold? Yeah, I don't see why not. So so you could type up this whole message and you could say another home listed in the L1G area located at, and you would put the address. And then you could talk about, do you know any friends or family that want to move to the area since you like it so much? Do you want to come in for a private viewing? We're setting up this week a neighborhood VIP event where all the neighbors are coming for food and hors d'oeuvres to come and take a look at the property. You're invited. Just message me below. So that could be something along those lines. Okay, so I typed out the message. Let me scroll down. We can see this is what it looks like over here. I'm going to say, it says connect in Messenger. Message us today. So I'm changing right here. It says message us today. And when people see the ad, they could just click that, and it will allow the people to actually engage with you. I'm going to edit the Messenger setup, because right now it says, hi Danny, please let us know how we can help you, which is fine. It's mail merging the client's name. So whoever is looking at this on Facebook, when they click the Messenger app and it opens up, it's going to drive their name. So it's going to say, hi Amy, hi Steve, hi Roberto, whatever. So that's fine. I'm going to leave that. Please let us know how we can help you. Leave a message and I'll follow up. You can also text or call me direct. So I'm leaving people with the idea that they're not going to get an immediate response, only because most of you don't respond right away. So that's why I'm saying that. And I'm giving them my cell number and my email, and you put their email, if it'll fit. So I ran out of text, so that won't work. So how would I do that? I could remove some of this. It says, please let us know how we can help you. Can I help you? Question mark. So that left more room for me to finish. Called coaching@danwood.ca. There you go. So now it all fits. And I'm going to remove this. It says suggested reply. See how it says I'd like to learn more? That kind of creates this whole automation chatbot thing. I'm telling you, most of you just remove that. All you need is them to engage with a yes or no answer, and then now you've been triggered and you can follow up with them. So I'd say keep it simple and hit done. Perfect. Okay, so now if you picture, I'm going to be running this ad. I'm running this ad in the different postal codes for a 1-week period. Every time something sells, say you have a farm area. Picture doing these types of ads. Super, super cheap. How can you not get one listing in a year if you're doing this type of ad? Like, I don't know what your numbers are going to be, but the numbers that we're seeing with the agents that we're helping with this type of marketing, it's working out really, really well. Questions? Okay, so let me answer some more questions. Somebody says they just joined and they're a little late. No worries. I recorded it from beginning to end, and I'm going to send you a video. I'm also going to send you a Word document and an example of everything so that you can copy and paste and do it yourself. Cool. Okay, so let me scroll down. When you're done with this Facebook ad, oh wait, hold on. Yeah, sorry, I just had to check something. When you're done with that, you would hit confirm and run the ad. Now, I am not going to hit the confirm button because I do not want to be running this ad, but these are some examples of Facebook ads that you guys can be running. So we're 4 minutes over time, which is awesome that I was able to fill the hour with this content. I appreciate you all being with me. I'm going to send you all a follow-up email. It's going to have the photo, like this photo, if you want a copy of this photo to download and have. If you want the text so that you can copy and paste, I'm also going to give you my little cheat sheet right here with all of the demographics that you can target or exclude. I'm going to give you all of this. So I'm going to send you that. I will probably be emailing it out on Monday, and we'll update the next date and time with what the next topic is. If you guys have any that you want me to do, let me know future topics that you want me to cover, and I'll definitely add it to my consideration. So thank you, everybody, for being with me. You're free to leave. I'm going to stick around in case there's more questions. I'll answer them. But for the rest of you, thank you so much. Bye. Okay, so I'm still here. If there's any questions, let me know. What would the text be to do the same type of ad targeting buyers? I think I said it verbally. So if I was targeting the, if I was targeting buyers, there's different ways of doing it. And so you could have the picture of the home. So let me do one here. So I'm going to do that open house one for you. Where is it? Here. Oopsies. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. Copy, new, paste. Okay, so let's pretend that's a picture of the property. And then I want to write this up. It's going to say new listing. New listing alert at 653 Idlewood, Oshawa. I'm going to remove this part. It's blah, blah, blah. So this is where you're going to put the paragraph. It's North Oshawa, raised bungalow, sliding glass walkout, like whatever your text is, right? So you're going to copy all that. It has, and then you're going to say what it has. So how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, how many, probably most of them are just one kitchen, so you would remove that. Parking, garage, listed at what the list price is. Are you looking to book showing or find other homes that match your, because most of the people that see this, it's not going to match their criteria. It's not what they want. So I'm giving people an out. Or find other homes that match your criteria. Ask me for VIP home buyer alert. It emails you daily the new listings that match your and it's free. As a buyer agent, you don't pay my fees. Register here or contact me below. And here would be your landing page for your buyer dream home finder match or whatever your buyer page is. So www.buyerpage.com. I would still leave that because that works good. Yeah, so that's a pretty typical like type of buyer message that we'd have. So we're still leveraging the listing. We're still marketing the listing. However, we know most people that go to your open house, they don't buy the open house. They don't buy the home. Most people who see the ad and view the photo online, they're not interested in that. So what we're doing is we're explaining the property. And then I know most people aren't going to be interested in that one. So are you looking to book a showing? I put that to appease the sellers because if the seller sees this ad and they just see me trying to scoop up other buyers, they're going to be angry. So I say, are you looking to book a showing? Question mark. or find other homes that match your criteria. Then I can go in for the call to action and drive them to the landing page. I probably have too much verbiage, so I'd just remove that. Message us today. Yeah, cool. Actually, I could probably remove that too. There. So this is an example of like the buyer one. So I would leverage the listing. Now, if you don't have a listing to leverage, you could just swap out that photo and then just say, instead of new listing alert, you could just say home buyer listing alerts, register by email. So you can totally play the game, just changing the call to action based on what you have at the present moment. I hope you're still here and heard that answer. Any other questions? One of my favorite, by the way, buyer messages was targeting open houses to get a list of all the open houses that coming weekend, because those people are hopping in a car that week. So I really like doing an open house ad, not driving them to a specific open house, because there's a lot of objections. They don't like the style of it, they don't like the price, and or the day and time doesn't work for them. So I like doing generic open house ads where it's for a full list of all the open houses this upcoming week. That's my favorite buyer ad to run. She says, thank you. Would you still use the messenger option for that buyer ad? Yeah, I would. I'm finding that Facebook is cheaper when you keep people on Facebook. So if you drive them to a landing page, there's a higher cost in that because you're sending them away. So there's that to consider. Also, the fact that once they get to that landing page, they have to reread a whole other set of content, and they have to take another action, which is fill in a form, and you're asking for their name, their phone number, their email, and it's like they get stonewalled. So I like the messenger option, where it just says people would message us directly and say, yeah, we want that. I want that list. And I'd be like, okay, perfect. What's the best email? And I'm going to create an account for you. I'm going to use your phone number as a password. What's the phone number? And so I could have a real conversation. So I like the messenger ads. One, because it notifies you when you get that lead. Two, it creates real conversations. Three, you don't have to go through the complexity of creating a whole new landing page. So yeah, I like the messenger ad option. Cool. Okay, well, I don't want to prolong the video. If there's any more questions and I hang up, just send me a private email or whatever, and then I'll get back to them. So thank you so much, everyone. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Hey, if you want to close more real estate transactions, get more buyer leads, and get more seller leads, click this button right here. It'll take you to our real estate group coaching page. Also, if you like this video and want more, you can subscribe by pressing this, or you can check out some of my past videos here. Enjoy!